Yes, good evening, friends. I'm again with you sharing on how we could generate revenue from our businesses. We would wish to share some strategies of how easily we could generate. At the moment, my suggestion would be if at all you're thinking of how to come up with revenue for a business in any state, there's some strategies you need to put in place. One of the strategies is that you need or is to look at updated products that you're going to bring on board. At this moment, there are some key products that people want. Look at the pandemic that we've been going through. There's no way going to bring luxurious products. Right now, people are in need of basic products. Products like food, products like shelter, products like accommodation, anything in that kind of direction. So, as you want to increase on your revenue, your personal revenue, think of doing business in products that are basic, that people will utilize daily. People right now can only spend on only those products that are basic. Products like food, think of how to provide food. That's where revenue is. Think of how to provide accommodation. That's where revenue is. Think of how to provide security. That's where revenue is. Think of how to provide uh, transportation. That's where revenue is of people. Secondly, you need to think of how to diversify your product range. If at all you've been serving just a few customers, think of how to serve more than the number you've been serving. Think of how to come up with different key bundles for rather different key bundles for your business or for your products. For example, think of how you're going to reduce on prices or give discounts for your products. Right now, people are looking for where to prioritize their expenditure. So, if at all your expenditure is not based on uh, issues like discounts, issues like uh, family packages, issues like credit services, you may fail out in the market. So if at all you want to raise, okay, let's or generate some more revenue, think of all those platforms. Think that you need to know that people in different environments, people in different status, they need your services, but whoever will bring it cheaper will take it. Whoever will bring it on credit will take it. So think of how to incorporate credit services within your uh, uh, services or products. You will get some revenue that you wouldn't have expected. Another strategy you need to think of right now is how are you going to relate or create a relationship with your clients? Maybe on the previous case, you had a shop and you had written somewhere that cash now, if you want credit, come tomorrow. This is the time round you have to change that statement and bring on people. People be closer to you. Let your customers be closer to you. Let you know. You need to know what your customers need, and your customers need to know how to relate well with you. So you need to change your language. You need to change how you've been speaking to your customers. Right now, people will go with people who are friendly and closer to them. So if you're a person who never thinks you're closer to customers, you may lose out on the market. And whoever is friendly to customers may benefit out of the market. So in this situation, as you're coming up with your business, think well of how you are going to relate well with your customers so that you can begin the journey together. They don't have the money, but they want someone to move with the same journey so that they could relate and go on. And the little money they have, they could spend it to that person who is closer to them. Secondly, still on that issue of the relationship, these are the same customers who are going to recommend you to their friends if at all you're closer to them. Think much more of how to strengthen your relationship with your customers. Another strategy you need to think of is how are you going to network? You need to network with bigger institutions that could be able to provide services. You need to think of how to connect with bigger institutions. You're having a border. Think well of how you're utilizing your border to network in transportation of goods. The business of transporting people may fail for the next 1 2 years, 1 to 2 years. But does that mean you'll also stop until when the business comes back? Network with greater companies, network with bigger companies that you could be able to supply to them their products. That's another business channel. Think great of how to network with other entities so that you can survive. If you look at your former business style, you may fail out right now. But if you network all the time, listen to radio, see how best you can utilize the small asset you have so that you can earn an extra income out of the line that you formerly had that business for. So, networking with bigger institutions and working on their behalf will give you a mileage in how you're going to do business and get some revenue that you wouldn't have expected. We know ourselves and we know God created us differently with unique attributes and characters. There are some unique characters you may be having that are appreciated by your customers. Maybe you're an early riser, you rise up early. Utilize that strength, utilize that opportunity that God has given you that differs you from the rest. It will be a source of income to you. If you're good at talking, utilize your talking to make money. If you're good at comedy, utilize that comedy to make money. There is that unique thing God has created into you, and He wants you to utilize it, even in such kind of situation. Once you think of how to utilize it well, it's going to bring revenue to you. If you're a footballer, don't put your minds on football right now because right now, football may take another 2 years. Look at the situation in Uganda. The field, the national stadium is probably going to be turned into an area for treating COVID patients. Does that mean you'll focus your attention on only football? Utilize your natural abilities. You have land. Go dig, plant some crops, rear some animals. A hen right now, 3 months, it will have given you some chicks. If you sell all of them, that will be money. So utilize that strength in you. You're not disabled, utilize that. Even when you're disabled, utilize your ability to see that you come up with greater ideas that could bring on money to you. So there is that unique thing God has given unto you. Utilize it as an income uh, kind of. At this moment, you need to think of how best you could publicize what you have, communicate. Information channels have come on board. Social media platforms have come on board so cheap. Communicate what you have that you could sell out. Maybe in your house, you have many shoes, many pairs of shoes, you have many clothes, and they're useless to you right now. You could sell them off. People are there who would be willing to buy them off. You could be having cups, you're not utilizing them. Sell them off and get some revenue. You have items at home which are not key to you. Use them to make income. Masks. You may be having clothes that you might have thrown out. Use them to make masks and sell the masks. That is another income channel. So think of how to publicize those on the simple social media platforms. Since you cannot meet people, use the social media platforms to see that you sell off your items. They will bring you an extra income. So think around the house. What aren't you using? Find a way of getting money out of it. It will become an opportunity for you to earn. Another strategy I would think that you would put on board is starting some other investments for yourself. Before you think of the main investment you're running, if you think of other investments that you could bring on board, they could help you get an income. Maybe you could be able to supply food to people. That's another investment. Utilize that opportunity to link yourself from to link the farmers to the buyers in the community where you are. People may be having money, but they don't know how to spend it. People may be locked down and they don't know how to get food to their homes. Utilize that opportunity of linking the farmers to the people who need the food. That will be an extra income that may be supportive to you. So think wise. Don't stand. Because if you put your minds in the same basket that you had your minds before, You may not go to the next level financially. Instead, you'll end up spending, yet you can spend where you are going to earn more. So, with that, I would suggest don't let your brains be stagnant. Utilize your brains and think creatively to see that you could get an extra income that would be supportive to you. There are other strategies, but I would suggest at the moment, fix your minds on the creativity, endure rather endure with what you are not used to. You'll see yourself going to the next level. Thank you very much for listening to me. May God bless you.